Are you looking for the best welding gloves? In this video, we will look at some of the 5 best welding gloves on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Black Stallion GM1611. Price isn't a major consideration when deciding on the best welding glove for your needs. There is a bit of a range, but most gloves on the market are affordable. The Black Stallion GM1611 gloves, for example, are priced around $25, and they're our choice for best overall welding gloves in 2023. They combine the best of both comfort and utility in one package. Several features made the GM1611 stand out for us. These gloves are made from the best quality cowhide, and the thumb and index fingers are reinforced for extra protection, as these are the areas that tend to be the most exposed when welding. They are also Kevlar reinforced for extra heat resistance without sacrificing the flexibility needed for precision welding. The interior is lined with cotton for comfort. There are a couple of potential concerns with these gloves. The first issue we had was the length of the gloves. They're a little on the short side. We'd like to see the length extended a bit to protect a bit more of the forearm. The other issue we had was that some of the extra padding does detract from the flexibility of this glove. For welders engaged in fine detailed work, they may find these ones aren't ideal. Number 2. Cayman Contour 1878. If you're looking for a great pair of stick welding gloves in 2023, you won't find anything better than the Cayman Contour 1878 gloves. They may be a little costlier than some of their competitors, but they're still priced under $40, so they'll easily fit into most shop spending budgets. Cayman has thought about every little detail in designing these gloves. They're extra long to cover most of the forearm, and yet they're still lightweight and comfortable. The manufacturer has used deerskin in the palm area, which makes them nice and supple. Boarhide is also used on the back as an extra layer of heat shield protection. The finger and palm area also have a double layer of padding for comfort and protection. Inside the glove, they use an aerofoam layer for extra comfort. For some, the extra length of these gloves may be a bit of hindrance to performance. They will cover most of your arm, and that reduces your flexibility somewhat. We were also surprised to see that no extra heat shielding technology such as Kevlar are used in these gloves. Number 3. DeWalt Premium Gloves. If you've been searching for the best MIG welding gloves available in 2023, DeWalt's premium welding gloves clearly fit the bill. They're a great pair of gloves that easily live up to the DeWalt reputation for toughness and durability. With a price tag around $40 to $45, they won't require extra funds in the budget either. When we think of buffalo, we think of strong, proud, and tough animals roaming the unforgiving northern plains. That toughness is why DeWalt used buffalo leather in the palm of their design. It provides much-needed protection from the heat while you weld, with enough flexibility to be able to use these gloves in most situations. For added heat and cut resistance, Kevlar has also been included in the stitching of these gloves. Extra padding has also been included around the palm, thumb, and index finger. One thing that did give us cause for concern in the design of these gloves was their relatively short design. They will not cover most of your forearm while you weld, leaving the area exposed to sparks or flying objects. We should also mention that these gloves are not insulated, so they're not ideal for use outside in cold weather. Number 4. Ozero Heat-Resistant Gloves. If you're looking for a truly traditional pair of leather welding gloves, then the Ozero Heat-Resistant gloves fit the bill. They're thick enough to provide heat protection at more than 900 degrees Fahrenheit. They also provide enough protection to keep your whole arm safe. Their design is a little stiff, so you may want to avoid precision welding with these gloves, but they're a good option under $20. Modern welding gloves employ a variety of materials to protect welders from extreme heat and hot flying debris, but leather continues to be widely used and effective. The natural hides of animals such as buffalo, cows, and goats are designed to be tough and stand up to extremes of both cold and heat. They provide similar protection when used in welding gloves. That's why it should come as no surprise that an all-leather welding gloves is one of our top choices for 2023. Ozero's heat-resistant welding gloves are our choice as best leather welding gloves of 2023. These Ozero gloves are made from a genuine leather cowhide exterior, followed by a layer of air-isolated aluminum for extra heat protection and insulated cotton for comfort. They have an extra long sleeve at 14.5 inches to protect most of the arm, and the fingers and thumb contain extra padding. At 1.2 millimeters thick, they have enough layers of protection to protect the user from temperatures up to 932 degrees Fahrenheit. While these gloves do provide great protection from the heat, they aren't the most flexible on the market. Their stiff feel will make precision welding difficult and awkward. They're also not the most durable gloves we've reviewed. With extensive use, you will notice the stitching start to fail over time. Number 5. Repica Forge Welding Gloves. If you're looking for a heat-resistant solution that will cover your arms as well as your hands, our choice is the Repica Forge Welding Gloves. Priced under $20 and designed for use in TIG welding and MIG welding applications, these Repica gloves are a great bargain for welders of any experience level. One of the first things that caught our attention when we discovered these gloves were their length. At 16 inches long, they're easily the longest gloves we reviewed for our 2023 welding glove review section. That translates into full arm protection for the welder. When you combine that with the different layers of protection in this glove, you have an effective design for heat resistance. Just under the surface leather, there's a reinforced Kevlar layer, followed by a flame-retardant cotton layer and an air-isolated aluminum foil layer. With all of these extra layers of protection, you do lose a bit of flexibility. These Repica gloves do have a stiff feel to them, and that can impede your welding technique if you're working on an intricate job. We also found that they're not the most durable gloves over time. You will notice some wear and tear after about 6 months of steady use.